Good evening, everybody, and welcome to DSRL, hosted by Lights Out League Racing. DSRL, if you don't know, is Dutch Sim Racing League, and you're joining us for Season 4, Race 7. And we are, if you didn't recognise, at the Autodromo Internazionale, Enzo Dino Ferrari, most commonly known as Imola. And it's a racer's track, this one. Not for the faint-hearted. I'm hearted now. I've been started commentating this league. It's not for the faint-hearted. Drivers put everything on the line. There's many fantastic corners that pushing drivers to the limits. Will we see one or two end up in the gravel? I've found myself in there once or twice. I've had someone I've been stuck that many times. I've had someone rake me out. And those are used to joining us at Lights Out. They may recognise one or two drivers on the grid today. We've had Pooler and Noodle, Marisnello, Chessbowl, Marty, and of course centre back is one of the most recent be in the league, and will most recently join Chief of Fire in the Red Bull, do a hot lap as we go down in the DRS zone, down to turns 2, 3 and 4 of Tamburello, where it's very easy to invalidate, ride the curbs as much as possible on all three corners, and carry as much speed through as we head down to turn 5 and 6 chicane of Villeneuve, where it's very easy to go wide and lift, and he's gone off into the gravel exactly as I predicted. I am Mystic Meg, so we'll jump on with Roy as he goes round to Tosa, climbs uphill. You want to get as good traction off the corner as it's very easy to get overtaken as you climb up the hill, round the very speedy Piratella, where you don't want to go wide in the gravel like we've just seen. Now down to very famous but tricky Acca Minerale. You climb the hill, keep it on the curbs, where you want to ride the curbs round Variante Alta, where we'll see one or two drivers test their track limits. Foot to the floor, probably squirt a VRS to get you over the crest as we go around the penultimate couple of corners of Ravazza, where you want to get a good exit out of turn 18. Foot to the floor, round the final little kink of turn 19, DRS open, cross the line, and it's a 1:15.3 on the mediums for Roy McCoy, and a good start to the session. Centre back Jay takes provisional pole with a 14.6 on the softs, with Noodles 16 flat, and Chief of Fire, who we saw in the gravel. And we'll see what Marty style. Don't cramp my style, Marty. Goes up to provisional P4 with a 16.1, just behind Noodles on the mediums as well. So does that suggest a little bit of strategic play for the race, saving themselves a set of softs? It's always interesting to see driver's strategy. Richard, not King Richard, he's invalidated in the lone RB this week, so we'll jump on with Podolski. He's had a decent season so far. He's got four podiums to his name. He's the bridesmaid, but not yet the bride. Those podiums being second and third. Not yet got a race win this season. Can he get it this week? He needs a good qualifying to get himself in the top. But P5 for now, 16.7. So had a troubled run. As we'll keep an eye on his teammate, who's got fastest first sector as he comes round Tosa. A little bit of slipstream. Of the RB ahead of him. As he comes round to the Acca Minerale, where you want to carry as much speed through turn 11. Spin your car around, get a great rotation on 12, and then foot down to go over the crest of 13. Very technical corner. but it's one that's very satisfying when you're going at full pelt. Heading down to Ravazza. 2 90-degree angles where you can carry a bit of speed through the first one. There's a lot of run-off area. But in the rain, if we do see any today, it did look like coming out of Toaster. It was coming up quite slow. 127 for Maranello. So we'll see a second lap here for Chief of Fire as he's coming around the final couple of corners. He's doing another lap on the same set. So no, jumps in the pit, so going to improve for him. Potentially an improvement here for Marty. Does up to P4, 15.6. So getting a bit of heat in these tyres. So we'll jump on Chessbowl. Doing his first flying lap as well on a set of mediums. So seems like a strategy for a few. Chessbowl coming off a P2 from last week at Miami. And he's not going to improve. He's ended up in the mud. What a plonker. He needs to play better at chess than that. That's checkmate. See if Marty's improved now. He's invalidated. How's Maranello doing? 9 seconds up. The game's lying. No ways he's 9 seconds up unless he's a hacker. As he spans round through Tamburello. Looks like he's carrying quite a bit of decent speed here. Flicks round Villeneuve. Keeps it. Oh, and he's in the gravel. Has he invalidated? He has not. For now, he's a 10.5 up. But he's got a dirty car. Needs that washing. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. Round Piratella. Downhill to Akaminerali. Oh, he looked like he invalidated there. Oh no. Game's been nice to him. He's gained a bit more time, 2.5 tenths. It's not enough to get into the 116 zone. If you compare it to centre back, he's in the 114.6s. Red Bull's looking very strong. Maranello comes round the final couple of corners and dives in the pit, so lost some time in that final sector. So we'll check on centre back as he is in the final sector. Coming through Alta. Can he improve on his current provisional pole? He is, of course, the favourite. He is the championship leader. Red Bull's had a great start to the season and doesn't improve. I think he's messed up somewhere. So we'll jump on Roy McCoy, but Roy McCoy's already invalidated. What an absolute jeb end. Potentially in Tamburello. If he's done it at Ravazza, well no, if he'd done it at Ravazza he would have dived straight in the pit. So he's done it at Tamburello. He's trying to push, but he's McCoy'd himself. He's a bag of crisps. His chest bowl has not improved that much. He has improved that much, up to P4. The 115.3 on the mediums. Very good from chest bowl. He's found that pace, kept it on the track. He doesn't have gravel in his brakes. As Richard is invalidated. What do you do that for? Let's jump on Mr. Noodles in the lone Haas this week. Joey, his teammate's missing this week, unfortunately. So he's going to have to fight Team Haas on his own as he climbs up to Piratella. Oh, great rotation there and gets good traction out of the second part of Akaminerali. Just under a 10th up. Fastest middle sector. He'll keep him P6, and if he can find a bit more time in this final sector, he needs to find probably another 3/10 to just get himself up to P5. Good slick. And does find some time, but only a 10th and a half into the 15s though. Roy McCoy's invalidated again. I done it again. We'll stay on with Richard, who he's setting a time, is he, or has he got enough fuel to do this lap? No, he's flashing, so he's not setting a proper time, so we'll stay on with Marty. Oh! Look at that for timing. Push it round Piratella, and Piratella pushed him into the wall. Called Doc Brown. Mike McFly's just ended up in the wall. Can't see Podolski behind Maranello. Hopefully he's not caught too much in the dirt. Oh, bit of understeer on Maranello going around Piratella. So, been around a while, this track. It was actually available for testing in 1952. And racing began here in 1953. But we actually see Grand Prix until 1980, where it was dubbed as the Italian Grand Prix. And since then, this and Monza worked in tandem. Maranello gets above his teammate, Bill Podolski, just behind. Improves half a second, but not. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 6,000s between the Aston Martin boys. Talk about a close team. And Richard's having an absolute mare. He's invalidated again. He's got a time of 1:22, but that's no great shakes. Look at that Aston Martin boys. Look at that head-to-head. Maranello 1, Podolski 0. So we'll jump on Roy. We've got 4.5 minutes of qualifying left before we jump onto the 100% race. We're bound to see plenty of action. Of course, we only have 10 on the grid. I'm sure we'll see plenty more. Yeah, it worked in tandem up to about 2006. Had the mantle of the San Marino Grand Prix. And then we saw it 27 times in that time, but had a bit of hiatus and came back on the calendar in 2020 as the Emilia-Romagna Imola Grand Prix. All the million names that I rattled up at the start. As so McLaren's having a nap. Don't sit still too long. You get disqualified, my friend. I love this track anyway. Just how the track is laid out. For fastest first sector for Roy McCoy. Just how it's laid out in how you got your runoff areas. The actual style of the track. It's a very old school circuit, and hope it rains off. It's a difficult one to see a lot of overtaking with the only one DRS, and some of the corners are very tricky. You're going to have to be side by side. It's hard to. You're not going to be one to dive on the fastest second sector as well. Are we going to see Roy get ahead of centre back? Centre back Jay. Let's call him whatever he wants. He's leading the championship at the moment. Can Roy lead the order? Can he get himself on the top step? Oh, he gets him on the front row though. 14.7, just ahead of Chief of Fire. Great time from Roy. So we'll stay on. Rocky hasn't set a time yet. He saved himself to the end. I wanna rock DJ. In the lone Alpine. I'm Ronry. I'm Mr. Ronry. Currently running P10. It's now or never for Rocky. And it's not a great exit out Ravazza. It's going to cost him quite a few tenths. Gets himself above Richard. But unless he's got some more fuel to do do a warm down and another hot lap. As Marty's 2.5 tenths up. Would get him. Ooh, he's still getting P5. He's still finds some bit more time to get himself just ahead of Chespo. Good exit out of Ravazza. Crosses the line and doesn't find that extra time he needs. He gets himself into the 15.3s, but it's not enough to get himself into P4. As we'll say with Chespo, he's not improving. Maranello still got a dirty car. Wash it, you lazy boy. Comes on the final corner and straight into the pits for him, so that's him done for qualifying. Let's keep an eye on Richard. Doesn't look like a good time to me, it's not. As he's setting himself up for another lap. As Roy McCoy is retired in the highest, he's going to start his P2. I'm sure one or two will be keeping their eye and trying to jump him. And not like a predator in an alley. None of that. Now I do have the chat open. If anyone's watching, they can say hello. Don't leave me alone. Please. Don't leave me alone. That's okay with Chespo, who's slightly down. Can he find an extra bit of time around the final couple of corners? He needs to find half a second, which he won't. So highest he will start is P4. Podolski's 2 tenths down. He's not going to improve on that. Slightly down as well for Cheap Fire. He needs a bit of time in this final sector, and it can be found not in the gravel. We'll see if he dives in the pits. Currently P2 of the championships. He's 21 points behind his teammate. Both are leading the championship, of course, which you'd expect by a half decent mile. 69 the Kinky Boys. And doesn't improve. He's down 3.5 tenths. No, not for you. As we see Noodle coming round. Needs to find half a second to get himself up to another rung on the grid. And doesn't improve on position. As centre-back extends his time. 14.4. And Marty into the pit. So he's the last one. He's invalidated his time, so he will start P5. The centre-back exerting his dominance, flexing his muscles, and has a 3/10 gap on Roy McCoy and gets himself another pole. Marty getting picked up like a baby and pushed into the pits. And this is your order for the race. Centre-back gets himself on pole with a 14.473. Roy McCoy joining him on the front row, 2.5 tenths behind. Chief of Fire, P3 with Chespo, P4. Marty Style, P5 with Noodles alongside him in P6. Maranello, P7. Pula Podolski, P8. Rocky, it's a Belgian! This isn't a Dutch sim racing. We got a Belgian. Will be P9, and Richard will round off the top 10 and be alongside him. And didn't manage to get himself a decent time. Rocky with only the one run as well. Messed up on the final corner. And I don't think he would have found 4 seconds though. As we Now, what's the race going to be like, I wonder? Well, sometimes a little bit of rain. We've got some blue skies there, so we'll see some dry runners. And at this moment, drivers will be sorting out their setups. Messing with their fuels. The automatic setup just fills your car massively with fuel. You don't need as much. Maybe I'd probably say about 4 laps over worth, maybe. Depends how much you're going to be pushing. Potentially a 2-stop race. Maybe the 3 if we got a safety car coming out. You don't want to be doing more than they need. It's a 20.8 second pit. No, I'm reading the wrong one. What's an absolute melon? It's 28.2 seconds. It's a long pit stop. 28.2. As I'm being notified. What does Wesker want? I'll get back to him later. If you're watching Wesker, I'll get back to you. We probably aren't watching. Yeah, it's quite a long pit stop. And, you know, you're looking at almost half a second. You do not want to be having a random broken wing, a spin, and end up in the wall and just an unforced one. It'll be it's not ideal. I tell you what's not ideal. It's a 100% race and I haven't got a beverage. I need to go and get one, otherwise I'm going to get proper dry mouth. It'll be as dry as a nun's vagina, and I don't want that. No one wants that. So bear with me, and I shall go and get one, and I'll be back. 1 minute. Now I'm back, and it's just a quick tester on. Now I'm back, and it's just a quick tester. There we go. Sorry, I couldn't remember which way my switch was. What an absolute melt! I've been doing this for ages, and yeah, I don't normally get myself a midstream drink, but it's warranted. It's a warm bloody day. Absolutely sweating again. This morning it was that cold that my nipples were that hard they could cut their way out of a conservatory. And now I'm bloody sweating. But got myself a 1664 Blanc. Anyone had one of them? It's French, I think. Is it French? Premium beer. Denmark. It's Denmark. Oh, what do you know? Anyway, yeah, not Dutch. None of that sexy time. We are. Yeah, I'm going for the Blanc. It's absolutely delicious. No one's tried it. Try it. Lovely. I don't know when we're going. No one's actually notified me. It'd be nice to try and figure that out. And we are going around with the formation lap, and let's have a look at what the strategy is. And ooh, So we've got a spanner in the works. So Rocky going for the alternate strategy then, starting on the hards, going for the longer first stint, and everybody else on the mediums. It's not a long lap, this one, but it doesn't feel like it sometimes. And it's a 4.9 kilometre anti-clockwise circuit, 19 corners, 10 to the left and 9 to the right, with just the one DRS zone down the start-finish straight, so it's where we'll see plenty of overtaking. There's a 75% chance of a safety car, and we've seen 1 or 2 drivers go off in qualifying, and just a 25% chance of a VSC. Will we see one? Will it come to play? By the looks of qualifying, it could be a stint where centre back ends up pulling away to the front, which we wouldn't want that. We want to see some racing, and it's quite tricky with 10 drivers. Let's hopefully you'll see some battles on track. We're having battles in the formation lap here. As Chief of Fire is gravelling. Don't get him to tarmac your drive. And so the drivers now just jump into their grid slot. Centre back gets into his first. It's a 553 metre run down from pole to turn 1 braking point. So Roy McCoy will be looking to try and jump into that slipstream and make an overtake at the first corner and make his move. We'll stay on with Chief of Fire. Get a good view. 1 or 2, look at them pointing towards the drivers on the left hand side. The Red Bulls pointing directly straight past turn 1. It's 5 lights. It's lights out for Dutch Sim Racing League, and away we go. And it's a good launch from centre back Roy, jumping straight into his slipstream. It's an immediate move from Pula Podolski and Marisnello. Noodles struggling, losing a couple of places. Very tight reverse through Tamburello, but everyone looks like they made it through. And no big movers or shakers really. Richard and Marisnello the only gains. As we see Noodle in the gravel and almost takes the braking board with him and loses a couple of places, but he's going to have some dirty tyres. He'll just need to keep it safe for a couple of corners, or he's going to end up gravel. Oh, as we almost see Marty back wheel just dip his toe in. There's 1 or 2 just pushing hard off the start. Rocky on his hards had a hard start. Find it tricky, and one thing that's going to be playing a big part is track limits. Some of these corners are really tricky to navigate when you're pushing, and you can see Roy's pushing here. He's closed in on the back of centre back. That's funny. He's probably got an arsehole the size of a skydiver's mouth. If you just imagine that, you can fit a melon in it. Everyone's still within DRS. Richard and Rocky have just dropped out a little bit now. Everyone will, of course, get points if they finish with the drivers that we've got on the grid. And I thought we were doing 100%. It's 50%. As we've got a yellow flag, and it's Rocky. He's gone off at Villeneuve, going wide on the second part. Turn 6, and that's just dropped him from the pack. Chessbowl's just dropped slightly out of DRS and needs to get back in before the end of the lap. And Roy keeping centre back honest here. It's 2 stoppers, says by Amazon, but it depends on the tyre wear. The tyre wear's been notorious on this game. Centre back gets the provisional fastest lap again, but he's going to be under threat from DRS here from Roy, who's closing in. He's not close enough to make a move as yet. Will we see a move then from the Aston's boys here? Not close enough either, so... Oh, and chest ball! Oh my, he managed to keep his car going. He hasn't got any damage, and thankfully didn't pick up any drivers with him as he was lost his back end coming through turn 2 and 3. And managed to keep it going, but that won't have helped his tyres. So it's against the Robbie of Richards. You can see the amount of people have been in the gravel. If this was real F1, we'll end up bloody having a safety car so the marshal can go on and sweep it. But we aren't vanilla on this game. We're all hard as nails. And who's pushing with nails here is Roy McCoy. He's under 4 tenths now and needs to be within this range to make a move with the DRS. And what you'll probably find, a lot of drivers will be saving their rears as the centre-back tries to break the slipstream. Pulls a bit of a gap here, so he's got a good launch out of Ravazza. And potentially saving his ERS to squirt down this straight. And Roy's right on his gearbox. And we got a yellow flag again. Who's gone off? It's Richards. And he's collided with Rocky. I don't know whether they had a bit of a gap there, so whether he's done it coming back on the track or not. He's gone into pits, potentially with some damage. So it's not what you needed, like I said at the start. Oh my God. And what's happened to Chief of Fire? Chief of Fire's dropped as well. I wonder if he's done it through Villeneuve. Right, we've seen plenty of other drivers through that dirty air. It's thrown him off the track. And he's picked up bits. So now it's a 2-horse race at the moment. Marisnello's found himself up to P3, so he stayed out of trouble. Just put his foot down, kept his head down, found himself ahead up to P3. Brilliant driving from Marisnello then. And I don't think he's got. Has he got himself a? He doesn't have himself a podium this season, so doing well as Chespo got himself ahead of Marty up to P4. Brilliant move with the DRS, and we've seen the first time Podolski getting off the first stint of tyres onto the hards, so you're getting an early early pit stop out of the way. As Chespo and Marty switching place again. Marty retaking P4 at Tosa. Brilliant take back from Marty. And just took those corners better. And has found himself better off. Chespo sticking with him through Acqua Minerale now. And Noodle keeping him for company. He's got to look in his rear view. Rear view. We're not in a hatchback. We don't have rear view mirrors, and to be fair, those that drive with rear view mirrors, I used to, but I've taken it off because I realised I don't actually need it. You use your red arrows and use your map. As Chief of Fire is now on the gearbox of Noodles, and the Red Bull driver will be looking to try and get himself back up the order as Chespo and Marty switch positions again. These two will be battling, I think, till the end of the race, as Chief of Fire overtaking Noodles down past turn 1, and it's ahead. Tabarello. Noodle, who's probably shaking his fist as what's happened to Marisnello. Marisnello, no! Who's doing so well, and out of turn 4 has lost his traction, is now dropped back down to P7. And that's brought Chespo and Marty now up to P3. And Marty has got himself a track limits, which for his battle for the podium, he'll be hoping for others to pick up one as well. As Roy is still all over the back of centre-back. And we'll be lapping the car of Richard already. Richard's just not had a great start to the race. On lap 6 of 32. They're almost a quarter of the way through of this fantastic start to the race at Imola. As the cars start spreading out and we see some tactical, strategic play. As the cameraman fell asleep then. You're right, Marmite. As Marty goes in the pit now, gets rid of those mediums. I think the mediums aren't lasting that long. We'll probably see a medium, hard, medium. 6 laps. Ooh, maybe what leaves us with? Yes, Marisnello's in before it's expected with that loss of traction. And we'll jump back on with Roy then. It's a battle for P1. I don't know, 6, 12. Maybe it's a medium, hard, hard. If it was me, I would have chosen the hard strategy. As Marty making moves on Podolski, who went a little too deep on the inside of turn 1. Marty's having a little bit of a wiggle as Podolski ends up in the gravel. Look at his tyres. You dirty bitch. As Podolski actually got better launch out of Tosa. Marty's tyres yet to come up to temperature. And he's going to be under threat immediately here from Podolski. Podolski ended up getting himself a track limits. As I was just about to say, Marty looked like he went a bit too far off and potentially got a warning. And Noodle now ends up, after doing 7 laps, gets himself and we'll go on to the hards. Yeah, if it was me, I'd probably go medium, hard, hards. And Noodle's doing the medium, mediums, hards then. As Rocky goes through, who started on the alternate strategy. It's going to be interesting to see how long those hard tyres last. It'll be good indication for the rest of the grid. Podolski not close enough to make a move on Marty. He's dropped back quite a lot actually. We'll check on the front too. Chief of Fire. His pants are on fire. And he's got himself a track limits. We've got a yellow flag. Was that Chief of Fire? It was. Coming out of Acca Minerali. It's probably just lost himself a bit of traction, went on the grass. Struggling a bit. And we'll probably see him pit. Front boys still going through. Chest bowl going through as well. We'll see if Chief of Fire, if he's going to pit yet. Or has he been looking after his tyres? He is pitting now, so that's probably an indication. As we see Marisnello, who's making a move on Noodles, is side by side. Coming down to Ravazza. Marisnello ends up sliding behind. Roy gets himself a penalty. That's not what you want to see. Takes a little bit of pressure off the car you're battling with. It's a yellow flag as well. It's the McLaren of Chesbol. He's lost it coming out of Tosa. That's cost him a bit of time as Chief of Fire is in the pit again. Oh no, he's just coming out. See, that I was saying earlier, pit lane's that long. I forgot he was in there. Comes out P9. Marino's now keeping Noodle. Company's Noodle's dipping himself in the gravel. It's not going to be great for the tyres. He's just gone on them. But it does add excellent drama, this track. And this is what I was saying, it's one of the features of the old school. Thing that I like is that he's unforgiving. We don't want kind of PC taking over F1 by giving drivers every opportunity to not run off and feel the consequences. As we see the front three now pit. Centre back doing a medium hard. Roy and Chesbol going on hard for their second stint. Rocky the only one now yet to make a pit stop. As Chesbol's coming out, will Rocky come out ahead? He does. That's not great for Chesbol, who's going to end up behind Marty as well. So Marty's got the jump on Chesbol, the undercut. And we'll be looking to not get held up too much by Rocky. Centre back having a better pit stop, gained himself about a 7/10. As the Noodle and Marisnello battle closing in on Podolski, who's just behind Chespo, so we could see a four-way battle here for P5. Oh no! Richard! No, another name for Richard. You've just been a dick and hit the wall. As Martin gets himself another track limits. Marty just struggling to keep it the white lines, and Richard already a lap down, letting everybody pass. And you can see we've got a pack here of drivers. Marty all over the back of Rocky. This is a battle for position, although on different strategies. Marty will have the DRS, of course, and should dispatch Rocky quite easily. He's already dispatched Chespo. And centre back on those medium tyres, taking advantage as Marty on the outside, down to turn 2, the side by side, but Marty's managed to stay ahead. Brilliant overtake from the Mercedes driver. As Noodles breaks too late and hits the back of Podolski. Maranello goes through with Chief of Fire. And Noodles just missing his braking point. And comes a cropper. Richard already a lap down, so not going to impact. Oh, that's unfortunate. Podolski's now over 4 seconds behind Chief of Fire. Oh, Noodles, you absolute plonker. Oh, God. You couldn't run a bath. But you can run into the back of Podolski. As Chespo now getting past Rocky. And Rocky says on a different strategy. Will Chespo have the DRS, or did he make the move beforehand? He does, so brilliant strategic move there from Chespo to try and catch up to Marty with that extra few kilometres of speed. And he is within DRS now, so great strategy from the McLaren driver. And is looking at potential podium position with the current order. And we'll follow him from his P2 from Miami. Fastest first sector, so that DRS has helped him. Centre back has just taken the provisional fastest lap. Has got an almost 5 second gap to Roy. As Richard's pitting again. Just not having a great race. Chief of Fire trying to force Maranello into a mistake. And trying to avoid staying in that dirty air as well for too long. And stays in that DRS range. So we're looking to put pressure on Maranello. He gets better run through Ravazza. Rocky's now pitting after 12 laps, I think it is. As we see them both go past. Why aren't I racing? I don't race in this one. I race in a different one on Mondays. I've just been asked to commentate. I can't race and commentate. And Richard's been a dick again. Got himself a track limits. And it looks like Noodles has gone off. Coming out of Tamburello. Cost him a few tenths. And Chief of Fire struggling to get past Maranello as it is. And we're trying to stick with him as much as possible through this middle sector. And Maranello gets himself a track limits again. I've done it again. Roger. You got a bogey. Oh, man, I read something earlier about, is it Sunderland's pre-season attendance level was just 3,500 for a Premier League team that's just been promoted. It's absolutely woeful. Absolutely woeful. As Chief of Fire is half a second, closing the gap. Can he close it enough to get to turn 1? He's absolutely flying, and with the aid of probably ERS as well, gets himself up to P5 and trying to recover from his earlier issues. So Noodle's now pitting again after 6 laps. Is he looking to do a longer stint on the hards for a final stint? Only 4 out of the 10 drivers not with a track limits penalty. And what Chessball needs to do is try and close the gap on Roy. We'll hope he gets another penalty and puts more pressure onto him. Marino will try and retake that P5. There's some really fast corners where... Oh, his Chief of Vi goes deep at outer. And that sees Maranello go back up to P5. Chief Vi will have DRS again as Maranello is struggling through Vatsa. And has a loss of traction out of turn 18, which will put Chief of Fire all over his wing, and he makes a move at the start of the straight, which will give him a good advantage at Tamburello. Maranello staying in the section, trying to take a look to retake, but there'll be a dangerous move, and they'll probably both end up in the gravel. Around the tricky Villeneuve, really hard to turn in on turn 6. Both managed to keep it out of the gravel. Uphill, past Tozer. You can see that Chief had a better exit, just pulls a bit more distance. And just brakes there. You don't need to brake, just let off. Trust the grip on your car. Climbing through. Minerali round, went a little bit deep. You've got to turn in a bit more on the first part of the chicane, and he's compromised his exit. He doesn't want to drop out through the detection point, which I think he did, which is going to give a bit of breathing space for Chief of Fire. Loss of traction just to add to his woes. He does have DRS though, so the game's been nice, but he's not close enough to make a move at all. That's the closest battle we've got. Roy McCoy closing the gap on centre-back now. His centre-back's tyres just wearing. Is that 6-7 lap? The drop-off point. And for me, we're halfway through the race. Like I said earlier, I would be a medium hards. These medium tyres not lasting long at all. And I think the hards lasted a good 11-12 laps. Oh, God, I'm going to have another sip of my Blanc. As we see Chessball, I'm echoing. I'm in a cave. I'm a cave troll. Oh, lovely. Lovely. I love bread. I love it. But I'm not eating it yet. So comfortable P3 for the McLaren driver. Big gap to the front too. He's got a good enough gap as Newell gets to have another track limit. So only 3 left. Will we get a full house? Roy McCoy pushing hard. Climbs the hill. Gains himself another 10th, and he's pounding the time here, and through these fast corners they'll have better grip. We'll see him gain another couple of tenths as he climbs up the hill. And look at that, 3 tenths already. Centre-back's tyres are wearing thin. I think he'll be hoping for centre-back to get the track limits, but I think Roy's on the better strategy here. How long will centre-back go before he pits? I think potentially another lap. Or is he going to just get off? He goes now. Otherwise, to be fair, Roy on the next lap would have had DRS and gain more time down the straight. So I think track limits will play their part, but how much? As Chessbowl goes through and gets himself up to P2, so Roy leads the race. And we're happy to be ahead of centre-back. His centre-back's actually dropping down a bit and will have to fight his way through the order, which he will not want to do. Will come out in P6. And how much will he be stuck behind the cars ahead? He's got about 4 seconds free air until he gets to the back of Maranello on those old hards. Will we see a sneaky move in the middle of the lap? Or will he save himself for the DRS? Maranello is slightly closing the gap on Chief of Fire, whose tyres on 9-lap-old mediums. They must be absolutely shredded. He's going downhill to the Minerali. To be fair, Martin Maranello's hards are probably at a stage where they're getting near to the end of their life of having decent traction. Centre back now under 2 seconds. You can see the time is on his fresh tyres. The time's dropping like horse draws. Oh, we've got a yellow. I think it's Richard letting them past. Doesn't want to get that blue flag penalty. And this is a part where centre back does not want to be stuck behind Maranello. He's not close enough to make a move yet. Go through Tamburello. He's under a second now. And he's going to be stuck through Villeneuve, potentially through Tosa. He does not want to be stuck behind through Minerali. He's not. This is going to cost him a few tenths, which Roy's going to be absolutely loving. And I know that Maranello won't be giving up this position easily, especially knowing. Oh, he's not going to give it that easily, and centre-back has to swerve out of the way. Maranello just got too focused on the car behind him and has ended up in the gravel and will lose quite a bit of time there. The centre-back closing on his teammate. You'd probably suggest his teammate will let him past. Might have enough to get in the DRS. He will have enough to get in the DRS here. Oh, he's stuck behind the lapped car. Nowhere, and he does let him pass, so great team play there from the Red Bull driver, Chief, as he goes to the pits as well and gets off those old mediums. And next up is Marty. So he probably has a bit of an advantage at the moment. Oh, Italian hand gesture from Maranello, speeding in the pit lane. Oh my guy, what have you done that for? What have you done that for? Maranello's going on the mediums. It's going to be a struggle at the end of the race to be when you're on the mediums. As Rocky goes through, Chief of Fire comes out, P7, and we should be able, and we'll go to the end on these hards. Marty's still yet to pit. We'll of course see Roy and Chessbowl pit too. Marty's got a centre back for company behind him. Or will we see a centre back make a move going up too? Alta, they're side by side, leaving each other plenty of room. And where's Marty going? Marty! As Maranello's retired, he's crashed out at Tamburello. It's just a yellow flag for now, and Marty's got himself going. He's lost his end plate. It's like he just put his head down and just slowly drove into the wall. We've lost the Aston Martin driver, and so there was some potential decent points for the Aston team. Not today. I tell you who's going to lose out big this week. Williams. Ferrari will get some, and Marty's retired. He's gone in the pits and retired. He's called it a day. And that does promote Rocky and Chief up. Podolski's in the pit now. Get off those hards. Probably see him another set of mediums now to the end. And he does. Chest ball going well still. Centre back has picked up a penalty as well. So that will be a big part till the end of the race. I think we'll probably see Roy pit very soon. Yeah, very soon. He's doing it now. I've Mystic Meg. And he'll be going on the mediums. So he's going to be racy. They've both got penalties. So it's all going to be fighting for position as Chespo goes through and takes the lead of the race. Centre back will go through as well. We'll have a few seconds advantage. Noodle going in as well, getting off those medium tyres. Will we see him going softs to the end? Maybe. Interesting, but softs only last like 3 laps. It's probably not worth it. So centre back has about 8.3 seconds advantage over Roy. So the undercuts worked on him. He's been on them 4 laps longer. How fast will Roy be? His Chief of Fire is fast with a 1:17.9 provisional fastest lap. Centre back closing in on Chespo, who does need to pit again. And we'll probably see him go on a medium stint to the end. So Rocky doing a stint now on the mediums. Will we see him? He'll do another stint on the mediums as well. Yeah, softs are just absolute trampish on this ramp, on this track. We've lost 2 drivers in the space of a couple of laps. Roy struggling to close the gap here on centre back. Just still struggling at 8.2. So potentially good advantage here for the Red Bull driver. Yeah, he's not closing the gap, so the strategy hasn't played it. Oh, Italian hand gesture for Noodles. Ah, Noodles. Where's your brake pedal? You've broken my heart. Noodle as well. Got himself a podium last week. Got himself a P3. He won't be getting one today as Rocky does pit. And Noodle's going on the soft, so you suspect that he'd probably get the fastest lap. But I can't see his tyres lasting to the end. We may see him get a puncture. Just Bowl now he's got centre back in his mirrors. Chespo pushing hard to try and retain the position. He does need to pit again. Where he's going to probably come out in P3. So this should be an easy dispatch here from centre back on the inside of turn 2. And as jobs are good in. As Chespo goes slightly deep through turn 3. Probably obstructed a bit with the dirty air. Round Villeneuve. Both keep it on track as well. Centre back in the Red Bull. As I said earlier, he's leading the championship. 150 points currently. He's got a 21 gap to his teammate, Chief of Fire, who's currently P2, and he'll be getting some more points today. Not as many as centre back though. And Royal trying to close down to this. I think he'll probably jump Chief of Fire in the current standings. He's only 2 points behind Chief of Fire. And yeah, Williams is going to lose big time. They're currently 3rd in the championship, but they've got no one driving today. So we're going to see some other teams getting some big points. There's only Red Bull at the moment who Richard's facing the wrong way. I know there's some reverse tracks, but you can't drive in reverse. He's dirtied his car as well. Go and get it hand washed. Chief of Fire running P4. He's looking to try and jump Chessbowl. Chessbowl, of course, will be on fresh tyres. Is Chessbowl trying to go to the end on these hards? Oh, that'll be interesting. Another 7 laps. I don't think that'll be possible. Rocky and the Alpine doing well. There's a yellow flag. It's a yellow flag. And Richard's crashed out. A yellow flag, and it's a safety car. Now this is throws a spanner in the works. Richard out of Ravazza, loses traction, hits the wall. And we've got ourselves a safety car. Will we see everybody pit? I'd probably say Noodle gets himself a drive through. Centre back stays out. So Chessbowl, who has to pit anyway, he'll go in for a set of softs potentially. Roy carries on through. Chessbowl with the safety car will come out in P3. No, YouTube, I don't want to break. Like tries to time you out. Such stupid. Chief of Fire makes sense to go in on the softs. He's got a big gap behind him and sees that Chessbowl ahead, goes on the soft, so he will be going on a set if he's got a good, decent set. If you recall, Chessbowl in qualifying did a run on the mediums. Chief Fire does go on some softs. So under threat. Oh, I think Roy's probably in a decent position here because he's on the better compound. You don't know how good the softs are going to last, but Chessbowl, if he can stay with the front two, he doesn't have penalties. So, and with him being on softs, he's going to be super racy. As Podolski's carried on through, so I would have probably gone on to softs. Rocky, I've probably gone on softs as well, mate. Noodle has pit to go on softs, but he does have to drive through as well. Noodle's not had a great day. He'll get a P7 anyway, so he'll get some decent points for his team and for himself, but not had a great day. So safety car. Did not expect to see one, but we have got one. And centre back will lead us away. Oh, Chief of Fire. Whoa, your chief is on fire. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Good guitar riff, that one, isn't it? That's going to cost us. He's going to have to pit, so he'll promote Podolski and Rocky. Noodle will have to serve one as well. Oh, I don't know how you let yourself do it sometimes. So safety car will be going round probably again. As you can see, the Hassan Noodle is still on the previous lap to what the safety car is on, so we're going to have a 5-lap sprint to the end, and this will benefit everybody, give them a couple of extra laps, life in the tyres. As Rocky pits again, and we'll go on to a set of softs. So Rocky looking to be quite racy to the end too. Let's a look. At the time, I think Noodles is probably a lap down, so it won't want to hamper anyone on the restart. It's going to be really interesting with these runners on softs, of how much advantage it's going to give them. Now you're just going to bide your time. Don't push them too hard in the formation lap. And yeah, Chessbowl has found himself in a really, really decent position to win this race. Needs to concentrate and not get any silly track limits. Will we see another safety car lap? Or will it just go, fuck you, Rocky? Here's, of course, a lap down. As the safety car comes round down to the Acca Minerale. The driver's just trying to keep the tyres at temperature. And the safety car is in lap, so he's not giving two shits about Rocky. Fuck you, Rocky. Centre back lets the safety car go. Got to wait for the safety car to go into the pits. And you can't, of course, overtake until the timing line. So you can't, you've got to keep a constant speed. You can see everyone not letting centre back go. He's had a little bit of a run, but it's not enough. There's Chessbowl right on the gearbox, right on the slipstream of Roy McCoy. Will Chessbowl look to make a move? Side by side, slots in behind, knows he's got time to make a move. As you see him all flick round the front six at least. Well, I'll say front five because Noodle's lapped, so he won't want to get involved too much. Oh, as Ferrari goes wide, and that opens the door for Chessbowl. Roy McCoy and Chief of Fire side by side. Chief of Fire going off onto the grass, which will lose him a few tenths and a bit of traction coming out of Tosa. As for Podolski on the outside of Piratella onto the curb, and not close enough to make a move. Chessbowl now looking to intimidate centre back. Oh, and he gets himself a track limits. Chessbowl, no. You need to get past centre back now. You do have the tyre advantage. You will have DRS on the next lap. It's of course not available on this one because of the safety car. Centre back trying to break the slipstream. You can only do one defensive move. As Chief of Fire goes into the pits, he has to serve his drive-through, and so will Noodle. Chessbowl not close enough to make a move. Roy's already been dropped as his tyre's already wearing on those mediums. We've got 3 laps including this one. And I don't know how long Chessbowl's tyres are going to last. I don't know who's at an advantage here. As Chessbowl climbing up the hill, up to Piratella, just slots again. Thought that was his moment, but he's stuck in the dirty air, and with saying that. Oh no! Oh my God! He's pushing hard, and he's pushed himself into the gravel, and that's promoted Roy McCoy up to P2 with his dirty tyres. Chessbowl will be absolutely kicking himself. Has the soft tyres already worn. Looking like not too bad. He's gained about 4 tenths in 2 corners. So he's got this and the next lap to try and get himself up to the lead of the race. He's already making big strides on Roy McCoy as he gets to Tamburello. While I was saying that centre back is putting a slight advantage. Don't know. Roy's pushing. Can they make up 2.3 seconds on the race leader? Chessbowl already on the gearbox of Roy McCoy. I won't want to be stuck behind his Ferrari for too long. Pushes him downhill. We won't. Roy just defends. Chessbowl needs to get past. But Roy's not having any of it. That does release centre-back, who considering how the race unfolded, hasn't had it all his own way. He's got himself some breathing space now. As he starts the final lap of the race. And Chessbowl will have DRS and should make easy meat of Roy McCoy. He's not going to beat his meat, he makes easy meat. And gets himself up to P2. And Roy will be stuck to him like glue. And try and take back that position. It is full position with the penalties. As Roy gets himself a track limits, and that will release a bit of pressure for Chessbowl, who just needs to stick within his DRS if he does get past. He'll be hoping for centre-back to pick up one, but centre-back's cool customer. He's just got a couple of integral corners to navigate now. Keep it in with the white lines, doesn't need to push. He's got a good 2.5 second advantage. Chessbowl's probably got the position solidified now. The centre-back comes round. Rivatsa has the kink of turn 19 to navigate, but he will cross the line and will take the race win at Imola. Congratulations, centre-back. Extends his lead at the top of the championship. Chessbowl will take P2, following on from his podium from last week. And Roy McCoy gets himself another P3 of the season. Podolski comes home P4 for the Aston Martin team. Chief of Fire, after serving his drive-through, will get a P5 and some decent points for the Red Bull team to extend their championship hold on the rest of the grid. Round turn 19, and there's a big enough gap with Rocky behind, who got left by the safety car. The safety car proper mugged him off. He was too far back to catch up to the cars in formation, but will take home a P6 in the Alpine team. And started on the alternate strategy, of course. Got some decent points. And Noodles, who was over a lap behind, will finish P7. Noser watch. What? And there's your Red Bull driver, who will take the top step. It's an all Dutch podium. Surprise, surprise. Who would have thought? As he opens up his Dutch beer and swigs it in glory. Red race winner being centre back, with fastest lap going to Chief of Fire, so the fastest lap point going to the Red Bull team. Podolski getting himself drive of the day by the game. Great drive, consistent drive from him. Who overtakes going to Chief of Fire. I'm not surprised. I find himself in the gravel quite a lot. And Chessbowl getting the cleanest driver. I would have agreed to that until he got his track limits penalty. Race win going to centre-back in the Red Bull, with Chessbowl and McLaren and Scooter Ferrari of Roy McCoy taking P3. Podolski coming home P4, gaining 4 places. Chief of Fire P5 out, but gets the fastest lap. Rocky up to P6 from P9. Noodle coming home P7. We lost, unfortunately, Richard, Marty and Marisnello to DNFing and retirement. And that is your race at Imola. Next week we move on to a very classic, another old school track, but one that will test all the drivers, and hopefully we see plenty of action. We were, of course, talking about Monaco. Well, will we see more drivers hit the wall and DNF than we do see finish? Who knows? This is DSRL Dutch Sim Racing League, hosted by Lights Out League Racing. My name is Alex. See you next week. Peace out.